Yesterday, I hit a big wall in my business. So I was getting ready to make some content. I wanted to make some more YouTube videos for this channel. And I was at the table. I had the camera up. I had my script written out, and literally nothing could come out. When I meet this kind of block or wall in my career creatively as a photographer, I would always curl up in the fetal position and lay under the covers until I got over this block. And I was talking to one of my advisors, one of my coaches, this really dope guy named Adam, and he was telling me that as a generator, that's what we tend to do. So it's called like the generator wall. And it's at a point where we're using this life force energy that we have like trapped up in us, and we're using it for a project that we believe in. But if that energy is not used the correct way, then we hit this wall and we just have to stop. And that's what happened to me yesterday. And I finally had language to go along with my actual feeling. So with all that said, I wanted to make today's video a lot stripped down because I was trying to be somebody else. I was trying to step into this idea of who I am. And like I said, on this channel, we're gonna keep everything raw. So I wanna give you all 3 tips on how to create a business as yourself without burning out or hitting that wall. First things first, you are a magnet. The number one thing I always tell my generator clients, or even myself as a generator, is that you are a magnet. So we don't manifest. Most people think that, oh, I want to manifest. I write this in my journal and everything is going to come to me if I write these affirmations. That's really not how generators work. And the funny thing is, generators are about 70% of the population. So you got damn near half of the world, more than half of the world, thinking that they are manifestors. And we're all doing it wrong. And I'm even guilty of this too. So the thing you have to remember is that you are a magnet. You got this thing called the sacral motor. It's an actual like motor that generates, and it is the life force of this whole world. Like, this world would not be this world. We would not have industry. We would not have capitalism without this sacral motor. It's the place for creativity. It's the place for sex. This is a place where the whole entire world and reality that we see is created. If you're really into like quantum physics and neuroscience, then you realize that this energy is pulling life to you. So what you'll realize is that when you think about things, sometimes it'll pop up on your FYP. When you think about people, sometimes they will literally call you. When you really want a job, if it's the right job for you, then they'll reply to your email. So it's a lot of things that happen in our life that we don't realize that we are always drawing into us. The problem that you're going to face a lot of times as a generator is that you quote unquote attract the wrong things. And that happens because you are probably using your mind to make decisions. So whenever we use our brain to make decisions, we have to realize that we are not mental beings. Like, our brains are the thing that is being conditioned the most. We get conditioned to go to school and get a job and get married before we're ready because we want to follow what society tells us to do. That is the worst thing for a generator, is to make a decision using your brain. Like, forget your brain, get out of your mind, stop overthinking, let it go. The only way you need to make decisions is through this sacral motor. The sacral chakra is going to answer everything you need to know, and it's going to keep bringing life to you. All you got to do is say yes or no. Step 2 is the wait and respond. Now, I can tell you right now, the responding part gets a little bit easy because you know if something's good for you or not. Like I always say, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a no, especially for generators. But it's the waiting part that be really messing us up. During this waiting part, you are gonna want to initiate some things. You're gonna wanna like go out there and get it started and make a move and grind and hustle. It happens to all of us. That is not the way you're supposed to work as a generator. You are literally supposed to wait, because like I mentioned in step one, you are a magnet. The thing that I came up against yesterday when I was trying to make this video that wasn't aligned with my actual sacral chakra and my energy, every time I would turn on that camera, oh my gosh, it was like cringe fest. And I know for a lot of us that are making content, that's what happens. Like we come up with an idea and we see an idea that somebody else did and we try to copy it. And then that's what really messes us up, because we're not meant to initiate like a manifester. The waiting part is actually a part that you need to get really, really used to. The more that you can learn how to sit and wait, and this is where the quantum mechanics come into place. This is where you literally work on your interior self. You really start to lean into like, okay, what is my sacral chakra doing now? And that's why I created the Quantum Flow Journal, because journaling helps you really to like release a lot of those thoughts that we've been conditioned by, and to really like lean into like, what is my body telling me to do? Because your body, your design, your unconscious energy is where everything is being pulled into. And so the more that you can learn how to wait and spend that time meditating, doing breath work, journaling, all of this stuff, yoga, working out, all of this stuff is amazing for generators, because we are taking that energy and we're putting something that is serving us, something that is keeping our motor fresh and clear and pure. Because basically you are a channel. You want to do activities that can help clear your channel out. Like you want to get into a rhythm, you want to get into a flow. That's why I call it quantum flow, to where now the things that are like looking for you, because there always are, they will start to match the frequency that you're at, because you're doing a frequency that is healthy and pure for you. The third and final thing is your satisfaction. That is the only thing that matters. For a generator, your satisfaction is your signature. What I tell all of my clients, and again, what I tell myself, is that you need to be building a system that is supportive of your satisfaction. If you're starting a business, a lot of the people I talk to are entrepreneurs. And so if you're starting a business, everything that you do in your business needs to feel really good to you. Like every article that you write, if you're into that, if you're a copywriter, every video that you make, if you're an influencer, every business deal that you close, if you're an entrepreneur, everything that you do for your business, everything that you're using your life force, your precious life force for, it needs to fill you up with satisfaction. Because what happens is you'll get frustrated because you're not being authentic, and you will hit that wall, and then your whole energy will just be crashed out. The thing that I'm going to repeat again is you really need to find out what's the best use of your energy when you're in the waiting stages, because that's going to be key to bringing the best responses to you. And this is where you start practicing. This is when you start just like throwing spaghetti on the wall. For me, I want to grow this YouTube channel. Like, it is so satisfying for me to get a YouTube video done, uploading it, and starting a conversation with the people that subscribe to the channel. And that's a huge part of my satisfaction. At the same time, that's going to help grow my business, because the more satisfied I get with the content I put out, the more satisfied I get with the messaging. I'm learning how to speak in front of the camera. I'm learning how to talk into this void. But it is something so satisfying about getting better every single video. And that's my goal for satisfaction. So don't put yourself in a situation where you can be frustrated. Because every time you get frustrated, it's almost like sucking a little bit of your life force energy. And next thing you know, you are going down a wrong path, and the frustration is just going to magnetize itself. So you're going to start to attract more and more situations where you get more and more frustrated, and you don't want that. Remember that satisfaction is the key with you, and the sooner you start building a system around yourself. I'm going to talk more about building a system that is tied to your signature in another video, but I just want to introduce that concept right now, because that is where you will find your satisfaction. That is where you will find your joy, and life will just become more and more juicy to you. Like that's what you want. You just want to chill because you have that power in you. In conclusion, I really need us generators to take it a lot easier on ourselves. 2026 is about to be a big year for you. This is the year that all of your dreams come true. You don't even need a vision board. You don't need to write affirmations. All you literally have to do is listen to this sacral center and follow your satisfaction. That's all you have to do. I would say try this out. Try out this method. See, I hope you got something from this video, and see where your satisfaction takes you. And remember, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a no. And I'll catch y'all on the next show.